Salmon, guys. Woke up this morning to find Uguti, our community is now 10,000 strong. So the channel has 10,000 subs. Yeah, what a humbling experience. Ngiyabonga, guys. Ngiyabonga kakhulu for all the lessons that you guys have taught me, being part of this journey with me. Again, just humbled. And I thought of doing a little video, and I was trying to think, what to do. I just do a standard Ngiyabonga video, but I actually reflected back on a conversation I had with my mother. When did we had it last night. So last night I did a video around parenting and the expenses thereof, and we had a conversation around being in a state of gratitude. So we're sitting, we're talking about it, and she's like, "Hey Toby, as so my mother has an extremely painful journey to getting from where she was to where she is now. Being raised by ugokwake, the story of many, and how she speaks about how ugokwake was very abusive to her. Again, being married to my late father was also very abusive to her journey, her pain, struggling with us as a single mother of 3 kids. And she's speaking about that, but she's speaking about it from a point of gratitude. She's like, hey, I'm so appreciative on how tough my grandmother was, because it taught me how to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm so appreciative that I was abused as a child, and I was abused in my marriage, because it taught me how to appreciate this and this and this. As a single mother having to go through all these challenges, and we're speaking about this, and I was speaking about the boys and the dynamics that I'm going through, so a lot of it is there's a term called karmic debt. Maybe I might do a video about it in days to come. Karmic debt is your karma, your accumulated debt over the years of all the fucked up things that you've done. And there's this belief that us men, we pay off our karmic debt like in our early 30s. So between like 32 and 35, we have to pay back our karmic debt. And that is when we go through the toughest times financially. You get fired at work, you get laid off. This is when you're going through the toughest times from a relationship point. You get depressed, your girlfriend cheats on you, guys get divorced. All my friends got divorced in this time, in this age of between 32 and 35. All my friends have been suicidal, or the ones that have lost their lives has happened in that time. So again, there's this whole belief, it's a Hindu belief around karma. Obviously, that's also a Hindu term. Again, for Amachita, that's when we pay back all the shit that we've done. So you're playing around, messing around with different girls, you're going to have to pay your karmic debt. You're doing money in dodgy ways, you're going to pay for your karmic debt. So a lot of men die, commit suicide, get depressed in that time frame of like your early 30s. So I was busy trying to explain that to my mom, Uguti. I've gone through the most challenging time in my life, from 2021 till about, let's say, mid last year. It was a very challenging time, and I realized within that time I was in such a negative space, and all I do is I bitch and moan. And she was talking about just living in a state of gratitude. Because it told me, you've got 3 beautiful kids. Your kids are going to one of the top schools in South Africa. You live in the northern suburbs of Joburg. You have a great job. You've got all these things. But we tend to focus so much on things that have gone bad. And she was speaking about that. And I've got this huge program I have this huge problem where I focus so much on things that I can't control, and I was trying to break down, Uguti, from my understanding, people struggle from things they can't control, so you're sitting and you are worked up over things you can't control. I'm very blessed because I don't really focus too much on this, but people tend to focus on things they don't have, so I don't focus on cars. I'm not a car guy. I don't focus on houses. I don't focus on clothes. I don't focus on material, my phone, I don't focus on things I don't have, so that's one of the blessings that I have. But I know a lot of people put a lot of pressure on themselves and things they don't have. This is my biggest shortfall. I focus and I get entrenched in my past or my future. I get stuck. A lot of guys are carrying a lot of stress from their past relationships, a lot of things from their past failed businesses. And we're sitting in the state of anxiety constantly because njalo we talking about the past. Also be depressed, living in that mindset. I do this. This is my shortfall. or I get anxious thinking about the future, thinking about, okay, from a business point, we'll be able to make money here, pay salaries, I get so zoned into the future. I lose my understanding of the present. I lose the understanding of the present. And those are the three things, and we're speaking about this, and she was like, into kumele uyenze is kumele ukhulume in the community. This is us around those things, around being in a space of gratitude. Yes, you talk to young men about challenges that men will go through. Yes, every now and again you talk about this, talk about that, yes. But do you ever speak about living in a space of gratitude? And I was like, it's such a tough thing because I struggle with it. I struggle with living in a state of gratitude. I'm those people who are always focusing on that pessimistic person. I'm so living in that negative space, and I'm like, shit, no, I need to actively make a change, And you have so many people that be like, YouTube. Yeah, it's my thing, and I'm super, super grateful for it. And it started off with 100 people, and then it got to 1,000, and it got to 5, and now we're on 10,000. And I'm super grateful, and I'm grateful for every last person. I'm grateful for all the subscribers. That's your hard ass money, $20. Hey, you can go. There's so many things that you can do with your money, and you decide to pour it into this channel. I'm super duper appreciative. Guys, I'm so grateful, and I need to make sure that I live in this state of gratitude. I need to make sure I've broken it down to 5 things that are going to help me being accountable when it comes to living in a state of gratitude. So 1, relatedness, 2, sincerity. 3, self-regard. 4, integrity. 5, humility. Those are the 5 things that need to keep me in the state of gratitude. So I need that relatedness. I need to understand what are they going through, So I need to put my ear on the ground so that when I get that 35-year-old female who's DMing me saying that she's having challenges conceiving and being able to have a child, where she fears for her husband, her husband is going to beat her up, or her husband is going through depression and she doesn't know how to talk to her. I need to be able to relate. I need to find a way. I need to learn. When there's an 18-year-old guy who's saying these are the challenges, he's struggling, I need to be able to sit down and do the right research and find out and be able to relate to those people. I need to be sincere. I have to be sincere. I have to be sincere. I need to be honest and open and say, nothing on my flop, guys. I need to be honest, and sincerity ties into self-regard. I've made mistakes. I've probably made more mistakes than most of you guys that are watching. I've made bad financial decisions where I've literally messed up people's financial lives. From a business point, you take big risks. And people lose cars, lose homes, lose what because of the dumb shit I've done. I've made those mistakes. I've made relationship mistakes where I've hurt people. I've hurt people in marriages, because when you're a Casanova. I've made big mistakes, huge mistakes. So I need to make sure that I need to be sincere when I'm giving these advice. When I'm sincere, when I'm being talking to you guys. I'm not those guys that are saying, Yazi Makita, sting EVSOP, sting hit it. No. Stay in your lane. I must be that guy. I need to be sincere. I need to, when my kids look at me, they don't need to fall in love with the fake elements of the Superman. They need to know what time is human, man. But Tamaliyazama. He's Clark Kent, he's Superman, and everything in between. We see his highs, we see his lows. Tamalia Pusha, and he's sincere. He knows what these are his shortfalls. He knows what he's working on this. He knows what to shape my flop. I have to be sincere and I have to self-record. I need to have integrity, guys. And by having integrity, these 5 things are going to keep me accountable. By doing these videos, by posting, I need to be accountable. Posting things on my social media so that I'm accountable. I have to have integrity. Who I believe I am and versus the person that I'm projecting into the world needs to be the same person. I can't be telling Abantu on the side here, Guti, don't do cocaine, but behind closed doors, I'm there smashing lines. It can't be true, So I need to make sure, hey guys, I've got a problem with whatever the thing is, and then try and fix my problem. That's being a man of integrity. That is saying, I've got these challenges, I've got these problems, but I'm trying, to become a better version of myself, And then humility. I don't know everything. I'm not going to stand in front of you guys and lie. I don't know most things. I'm just a guy who's talking to a camera and uploads these things. I'm trying to learn. I'm always asking you guys, please engage with me in the comments. Teach me. Of course I say things that are off. Of course I say things that may not align to the... Yes, I know that. I'm one person. I'm saying let's spark a conversation. If I say a number that doesn't make sense, correct me respectfully. If I say something that you disagree with, Tell me why you disagree with me. Teach me. I need to be humble enough to know, Guti. No, Angas. There's 10,000 of us in this space where we can learn from one another, where we can engage and grow one another. The whole aim of this channel is a journey of self-development, is a journey of growth. Guys, I'm beyond humbled with getting to 10,000 subscribers. You don't even understand. Last year, April, my goal was to, not last year, yeah. I remember I had this at the beginning of the year last year. I said, by my birthday, I want to get to 500 subscribers. That was my goal, 500 subscribers by the 14th of April, 2023. I got to 1,000 subscribers by the end of March last year. 1,000 subscribers. So now, within a calendar year, we've grown from 1,000 to 10,000. That is beyond humbling. And I'm seeing there's patterns of growth and people are engaging. People are sending me DMs. The WhatsApp group now has 3 members in the WhatsApp group. Again, DM me your number if you're a member, and that's the privilege of being a member. You get to be part of this WhatsApp group. Just by 3, we are growing. We are growing, guys. We are growing, corner. So it's one of those things where, again, it will take time. We need to be consistent, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Guys, thank you so much. Congratulations to us hitting 10,000 subscribers. May we continue to grow. May we continue to learn. May we continue to develop and become better versions of ourselves. Anyway, Ngiyanithanda, if you have not yet subscribed, please make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, share this video far and wide, comment respectfully, and have yourselves a fantastic day.